Live TV at the Olympics, glory, drama, and sometimes, outright awkwardness. For every incredible world record, for every emotional gold medal ceremony, there's a moment the broadcasters wish they could take back, a moment that goes viral for all the wrong reasons. These are the moments that made producers scream in the control room, that made viewers at home spit out their coffee, and that are absolutely 100% real. I can't believe they let some of this stuff air on live television in front of millions of people. We've scoured the archives, we've dug through hours and hours of footage to find the most shocking, the most unbelievable, and the most inappropriate moments ever broadcast from the Olympic Games. You're not going to believe what we found. Here are 10 unforgettable, inappropriate moments that shocked viewers around the world. We're starting this countdown right now. Let's go. Alright, kicking off our list at number 10 is something every athlete fears, but for a gymnast, it's a living nightmare. The culmination of years of training, sacrifice, and dedication, all hinging on a few flawless minutes. Picture this, you're in the middle of the most important routine of your life. Millions are watching, their collective breath held in anticipation. The judges are scrutinizing your every single move, pens poised to deduct fractions of a point for the slightest imperfection. You leap, you twist, you land, and your leotard rips. Right on live television. A catastrophic failure of fabric under the brightest lights imaginable. This exact thing has happened more than once, but one of the most memorable was during a high-stakes floor routine. An athlete was mid-tumble when the fabric just gave way in a very, very revealing spot. The material simply couldn't handle the torques and power. The camera operator, bless their heart, probably didn't even notice at first. They're trained to follow the action, to capture the peak of the athletic feat, not the failure of the uniform. In the booth, sheer panic. You could almost hear 1,000 producers shouting, "Cut! Cut to the wide shot! Cut to the judges! Cut to anything else!" 1 second a powerful pass, the next a static wide, or a judge's emotionless face. Visual breaks slammed. The director made a split-second decision to protect the athlete's dignity. The commentators tried to power through, talking form and score potential, while everyone at home knew the awkward pivot in their commentary was almost as loud as the incident itself. To her credit, she finished like a champion. Composure better than the entire broadcast team combined. An incredible display of mental fortitude. Instantly, the moment went viral. Live TV, high stakes, and a wardrobe failure. It became a meme, a gif, a cautionary tale for costume designers everywhere. A reminder, at the Olympics, anything can happen, and the cameras are always rolling. Coming in at number 9, a classic live TV blunder. The hot mic incident. This is when the raw, unfiltered emotion of sport bypasses all the production polish. An athlete, milliseconds behind his rival in a sprint final, thought he had a private moment. His mic did not. He was wired for a post-race interview, but the audio feed went live just a few seconds too early. He muttered to his coach, "I can't believe I lost that." What the bleep was that? The expletive blasted out live during family-friendly primetime. You could hear parents across the nation lunging for the remote. Producers panicked, scrambling for the dump button, that magical 7-second delay that's supposed to prevent exactly this. But they were just a fraction of a second too late. Well, as you can hear, emotions are running very, very high down on the track. The most British understatement imaginable, delivered with a stiff upper lip. Replays rolled everywhere, each with a comically loud bleep, which only drew more attention to the gaffe. He issued a formal apology later, looking mortified. Raw frustration meets polished Olympic broadcast, and the broadcast blinked first. Inappropriate, yet human. A cringeworthy live TV classic that reminds us these incredible athletes are people, not robots. Number 8. Underwater cams, overhead cranes, tracking dollies. Coverage that sometimes shows a little too much. The quest for the perfect shot can lead to some revealing angles. During a women's water polo match, a sport already known for its aggressive, under-the-surface physicality, the underwater cameras captured more than just skillful play. In the heat of the moment, one player's suit was aggressively pulled by an opponent, resulting in a brief but very clear moment of exposure, broadcast in glorious high definition from a camera positioned right below the action. Unlike the gymnastics incident, this wasn't a quick cutaway. The shot lingered for a second too long before the director realized what was on screen and switched to an overhead view. The damage was done. The incident sparked a huge debate about the ethics of camera placement in sports, questioning whether the pursuit of dynamic angles had crossed a line, prioritizing spectacle over the athlete's privacy. At number 7, we move from accidental to intentional defiance. The podium ceremony is a sacred space in sports. It's the culmination of a lifetime of training, a moment of national pride, and a symbol of respect for the competition. The podium is for victory, country, sportsmanship. Absolutely not for giving everyone the finger, but that's exactly what happened when one athlete decided to make a very different kind of statement. Gasps, confused murmurs, scattered booing. The shock in the stadium was palpable. In the control room, panic. The director cut away fast, but the damage was done. The image was already out there. Official channels scrambled, using vague phrases like inappropriate gesture to downplay the blatant act of disrespect. Consequences were swift: condemnation, financial penalties, and a promising career upended within seconds. Whatever the motive, a personal triumph was instantly transformed into a lasting international incident. Halfway through our list at number 6, a post-victory celebration crossed a major line and ignited a global debate about consent. An athlete was giving a joyous, breathless interview, sharing her golden moment with the world. Suddenly, a man ran into the live shot, grabbed her shoulders, and planted a forceful, unwanted kiss. He ran off laughing, leaving her stunned on live television. She tried to hold her golden moment together, a true professional, but the discomfort and violation were obvious to everyone watching. Clips went viral instantly. Commentators and viewers called it what it was: a violation, an assault. He later apologized, she accepted but bravely spoke out. Behavior like that isn't okay, ever. What could have been just a cringy, awful moment turned into a powerful, teachable one, still unforgettable on live TV. Number 5, sometimes the worst moments don't come from the athletes, but from the stands. During a routine crowd shot, a broadcast pan lingered for just a few seconds too long on a banner with a deeply offensive political slogan, hate speech tied to a historic and violent conflict. The cutaway came, but it was too late. The silence from the commentators said everything. On the ground, security acted fast, confiscating the banner and escorting the responsible fans out of the venue. The fallout spread quickly. Official apologies from the organizers, condemnations from multiple nations, and lifetime bans announced for the individuals involved. It was a stark and ugly reminder. The games aren't immune to the world's most divisive and ugliest tensions. One piece of cloth, the wrong words, an international incident broadcast live across the globe, and producers everywhere learned a hard lesson. Crowd shots are never safe filler, they require constant vigilance. At number 4, a moment that ended a career in the blink of an eye. In the high-stakes world of live broadcasting, the most dangerous place is often a live microphone during a commercial break. A respected commentator, let's call him Bob, thought he was off-air, sharing a private thought with his production crew. He was wrong. Instead of being muted, his feed went live, and viewers heard a derogatory racial slur. No slip of the tongue, just a private joke made shockingly public. His co-host, live on camera, froze in disbelief, scrambling to fill the dead air, but the damage was irreversible. It was far too late. The internet exploded. Social media erupted with outrage, and within minutes, Ardent Firebob was trending worldwide. The network's response was swift. They condemned the remark, suspended him, and then officially fired him, all within a single 24-hour news cycle. He issued a public apology, but audiences weren't buying it, viewing it as a desperate attempt at damage control rather than genuine remorse. It was a lesson etched in stone for all broadcasters. Professionalism is paramount, and there is zero tolerance for hate. Number 3, a technical foul of a different sort. A low-angle camera, placed to capture the intensity of the game, got far too close to the action. As a female player dove for the ball, the camera captured a brief, unintentional, and deeply inappropriate upskirt shot that went live to millions. In the control room, directors frantically cut away, but in the chaos of the live broadcast, a crucial mistake was made. They later accidentally cut back to the very same camera. Incredibly, a similar shot happened again. Viewer shock immediately turned to anger, with many accusing the network of exploitation. The incident raised serious questions about the use of low angles in sports with revealing uniforms, igniting a debate about objectification versus athletic coverage. The network issued a formal apology and immediately pulled all problematic camera angles from their broadcasts for the remainder of the games. It was a stark reminder that the focus must always be the athlete's incredible skill, not invasive, gratuitous shots. At number 2, a post-championship celebration that went from joyous to raunchy. Fast. The thrill of victory can make athletes do some wild things, but instead of the usual hugs and high fives, one player began enthusiastically grinding on his teammate from behind in full view of the cameras. The director held a tight broadcast shot on the bizarre display, creating a long, awkward silence that felt like an eternity. The commentator, struggling for words, finally chimed in. And as you can see, pure, unadulterated elation. That's certainly one way to put it. The moment instantly became a viral meme. While many viewers at home laughed at the absurdity, league officials did not share the amusement. The player avoided a suspension or fine, but received an official rebuke and a stern warning about on-field conduct. It was a textbook case of poor judgment in the heat of the moment, creating a viral, cringeworthy spectacle for the entire world to see. Which brings us to the most jaw-dropping, unbelievable, and talked-about moment of all. And finally, at number 1, the most inappropriate moment wasn't caused by an athlete, a fan, or a commentator. It was caused by a computer. A technical graphics glitch threw a pornographic image on screen for 3 to 4 eternal seconds. Black screen. A flustered host. Immediate on-air apology. Phones flooded. Regulators opened investigations. Reports blamed a cached image path. The technician was fired. A broadcasting nightmare. Shockingly inappropriate. Totally unexpected. And absolutely unforgettable. From wardrobe malfunctions and hot mics to that insane glitch, live sports is a minefield of disasters. Which moment shocked you the most? The podium protest, the commentator's slur, or the graphics glitch? Drop your pick in the comments, smash like, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.